What is up, everyone? Phil the Kaiju King from my collection room in Greater Cincinnati. We're going to take a rehash look at this big guy. This was from my last video. It was in the dark and he was plugged up. As you can see, he's not plugged up now. I had some people wanted to see a video of it, just without the light up effects. So we're going to look at the Spiral Gigantic Burning Godzilla 2019 Standard Edition. And here he is in all of his glory. A great, big, nice looking figure. If you want to see size comparisons and all that and the light up, look at my previous video. But I'm going to do this just as he is. Let him spin here, let people see him. Go over him real quick. Just for a rehash, of course, this is a Godzilla from 2019, Godzilla King of the Monsters, legendary, great movie. A lot of fun action going on in that movie. Kaiju fights, bring in all the classic, three of the biggest classic monsters, along with Godzilla, of course. You got King Ghidorah, Rodan, and the Queen, Mothra, in the film. I think they captured them all pretty well. Enjoyed the film a lot. Had a lot of callbacks in the movie, a lot of Easter eggs. Started getting more into the sci-fi sense of some of the Godzilla movies instead of the realism of the first two films in this MonsterVerse. And I think that Godzilla vs. Kong magnified the sci-fi aspects, and it's looking like Godzilla x Kong, the New Empire, comes out next March, is going to amplify it some more, to me, my opinion. But this is a great looking figure from a great film, from a classic Godzilla. This is Godzilla way he was meant to be in American filmmaking. Godzilla. Thank you, Legendary. Thank you, Warner Brothers. This is the way Godzilla should have meant to be, and Toho has signed off on this guy, and I sign off on it. I think it's wonderful. Starting with the tail, you got your long tail. It goes pretty much down, hits this base, which is part of the light up system, then goes up straight back. Slight curl to his left up here at the tip of the tail. But there's nice sculpting of the scale sections of the tail. I think it looks really nicely done. Really good. All the dorsal plates, it starts small here with the single row at the tip, then goes up to the 3 rows mid-tail. As they grow, and going up his back. The tones of the figure are pretty much all reddish to deep reddish black. But that's for the light up effect, I'm sure. But the tone of the figure in general is red, in my opinion, with some darker tones, blackish, reddish, dark tones here and there. I think the paint's done really well. And then the brightness of the red really shows up, of course, on this bottom of his tail and the top of the dorsal plates. Of course, up here on his back, you can see the light really emits through the dorsal plates, even in natural lighting with no light up. Dorsal plates are captured really well. Classic Showa era dorsal plates here, especially the middle row. The outer rows are really the original 14, really similar to the 14 dorsal plates. They're spiky, pointy dorsal plates, but you got the big, these 3 big main dorsal plates here in the middle really holler back to the Showa era Godzilla style dorsal plates, and I know that was a big plus from everyone. Of course, you got his feet. That was a big point of content from people in 2014. They look like elephant feet. They fixed all that. You got 4 toes, very prominent claws on the feet, look really nice. The skin texture sculpted, very nice, very heavy, scaly skin, nice thick hips on the figure. Looks really good, like the legendary Godzilla does. But the scale, I always looked at his scales and the skin texture here, very heavily plated, armored almost. The midsection here, nice capture. chest plate, big armor. Looks like he's wearing armor right on his chest there. That big metal chest plate looks really, really nicely done. The sculpting of the figure, I think, is really good. It's really impressive. His arms, fairly long, very thick, very massive, very muscular looking arms. Four fingers on the hands. Nice claws. They captured all that very well. They just really did a nice job on this thing from tip of the tail to the tip of the nose, I think. Of course, the face, it's closed mouth. Legendary Godzilla, nothing wrong with that. It works out well, I think, with the lighting effect and all that. His eyes really light up, so they're automatically a really red. Eyes are totally red. Nice red tones around right at the lips of the mouth and the closed mouth area. Teeth are nicely sculpted in that mouth too. He's really nice capture of the legendary Godzilla, I think. They really did a nice job. My thing with this is my 2019 is right up there from X Plus, and I don't touch it because of the stupid tail. My tail has never been right. Still got a big gap in it. It never went on. It wouldn't go on. This thing, the tail, nothing to attach. X Plus should take a hint from this. It was all solid, all one figure in the box, in a coffin crate inside of 2 boxes. They did a really good job packaging it and shipping it, and it's complete, no issues. I've had no issues. I've heard of no one having issues, but I could be wrong on that. But they did a good job. No tail attaching, nothing like that. I like that a lot. They really, it's impressive. Even without the light up, this figure is really, really a good capture. I know they recently, Spiral has announced a atomic version with blue accents all over in the body and the creases of the skin. And then, of course, the dorsal plates and all that with the atomic blue. And that one will be coming out, I think, next year. I want to say first quarter of 24 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. If you want to order that one, go to kaijulive.com. AJ Russo will take care of you. You can make down payments whenever you want, how often you want, but I think there's a $250 deposit that you have to put down, and you lose it if you don't end up paying for the figure. But you can make $50 a week or a month payments, whatever you want to do. It's really flexible. And you got time. You got like a year, I think, before that thing's coming. And I'm thinking about ordering it myself, but I haven't totally decided yet because I've got this one. And the pose is different than this. I think that pose is a little more dynamic. He's a little more, I think, hunched over and kind of turning to his left, like he's turning to face Ghidorah or something, if I remember the pose right. But they've got this. I ordered the Benevolent Mothra just Friday, I think, from AJ and Kaiju Live. I ordered it. It's coming this week. They've got a GMK, a gigantic GMK on there. I don't know if that pre-order's still up or not, but you go to Kaiju Live, you can see all the Spiral. You can look up all the Spiral stuff specifically. They do a really good job. They sold me, so I just wanted to do this video, though, for people that wanted to see the figure as in its natural state. Now, the only lighting, of course, is my lighting in my room, so that's probably having an effect, of course, but there is no light up going on with the figure. All right, everyone, I'll close out my video. I want to thank everyone that tunes into my channel. This is Phil, the Kaiju King, from my collection room in Greater Cincinnati, and y'all have a blessed day. We'll talk again soon.